मारा उठियो ना सोडा रोज सोडा हुए बड़े शगल है
A very good afternoon and welcome to Kowloon Cricket Club for the Cricket Hong Kong China Plenty, the Premier League T20 series for 2024-25. We've got a big game this afternoon here at KCC. It's PACC up against KCC. Match referee Hasnan Kiani out here with the two captains. It's a Pakistan Association Cricket Club home game, so Captain Yasin Murtaza will do the flip and captain for KCC, Jamie Atkinson, to call. Tails is the call, head is the result. So PACC get the win. Yasim, welcome back. And what are you going to do?
We will have a bat first.
You've had a look at this pitch. We haven't used it today. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like really dry pitch, so we got plenty of spinners, so we can use those spinners on the later on.
So the idea is put on a big score early and then try to restrict KCC?
Yeah, we are looking for 150, so if we get to that total, that could be a good game.
Well, congratulations. Yasin Murtaza winning the toss and electing to have a bat. Jamie Atkinson from KCC. First off, the usual question, what would have you done had you won the toss?
We also would have had a bat. It's a used wicket, but we've lost the toss now, so we're going to have to, again, our bowling's been really strong, particularly in the last couple of seasons, so hopefully the bowlers step up this afternoon, restrict them as best we can, and then we knock them off later this afternoon.
As Yasim said, it looks like it's going to be quite the turner's pitch this afternoon, so you'll be looking for your spinners to do the damage?
Yeah, it's definitely going to take a little bit of spin. It's nice to have the Professor Dan Pascoe back in the lineup. I'm sure he'll be useful today. And Wakas Barkat was very, very useful on a similar surface last weekend. So hopefully more of the same from him.
Now, just before we let you go, I want to talk about last weekend. It wasn't a good loss for KCC. Templars again playing PACC now in Premier T20, looking for some revenge today.
Well, we definitely want to bounce back. But I suppose the thing is for us as well, there was actually a few of the guys weren't involved in the game. So maybe they weren't there to witness it, so hopefully a few fresh faces will help us get over the line today.
Well, good luck, captain for KCC, Jamie Atkinson. They'll be having a bowl first. Have a quick look at that pitch we were just talking about. Lots of cracks and grass in the middle of the pitch, but that's not the important part. We'll see if we can pan down a little bit here, Roman, and have a look just at the end of the pitch. I'm not sure if it's getting on there, but it is a very dry, and it's looking the same at both ends. So the turners, as Yasim was saying, there's going to be spin on offer. He's going to be happy. And also the likes of Wakas Barkat and Dan Pascoe for KCC. We'll also have some fun out here in the middle. We're going to be live from 2 p.m. here at KCC. Join us then. Audio test 1 2. Check 1 2. Audio. Audio check 1 2. Testing 1 2. Audio testing 1 2 3 4 5. Audio testing 1 2 3 4. Kowloon Cricket Club 1 2 3 4. Audio check 1 2. 1 2 3 4. Channel 3. Channel 3. Audio testing 1 2 3 4. PACC winning the toss and electing to bat. Yes, a very good afternoon and welcome to Kowloon Cricket Club, bathed in sunshine for this Cricket Hong Kong China T20 match. Aaron Bush with you. It is PACC up against home team Kowloon Cricket Club. That said, it is a PACC home game. Captain Yasser Murtaza winning the toss, electing to have a bat, and we'll be seeing them out in the middle very shortly as they're just doing their warm-ups there. Run through the sides while we wait. We're about 4 minutes away from game time here. As I said, the captain for PACC, Yasser Murtaza, back in town after being off in Malaysia for that series against Malaysia and Bahrain. Also in the side today for PACC, Ehsan Nawaz, Mohammad Ghazamfa, Zishan Ali, Tariq Nawaz, Manjinder Sunny Singh, Mohammad Waheed, Nazrullah Rana, Edasham Rawaid, Anas Khan, Adil Khan, rounding out the playing 11 with Samir as 12th today. For Kowloon Cricket Club, who are heading out to the middle with the umpires. The umpires today, Tabarak Dar on the left and Royce McDonald on the right. They'll be doing the officiating for us today. And for KCC, the captain, Jamie Atkinson, who we talked to at the toss, he also wanted to have a bat, but as it is, they'll be going out to have a bowl, KCC. Azaz Khan also back in town with the T-Kickball and Bubba Hyatt, the three internationals for Kowloon Cricket Club back in the side today. The wicketkeeper will be Chris Carter. Dan Pascoe also back after being away for a month or so. Farhad Hyatt, Jay Davidson, the Namibian Nightmare, probably opening the bowling. Sunny Bimsaria, Wakas Bakat, and their new recruit, Zenden Verster, into the side today. Heading out in the middle to bat for PACC in this T20 match, Zishan Ali and Manjinder Sunny Singh to open proceedings. They're heading to the middle. We saw the pitch at the toss. There's grass and cracks in the middle, and there is dust at either end. So it looks like it's going to be one that's going to turn a lot. Anything short could go anywhere. Some big cracks in that middle pitch, part of the pitch. I'll start with the pace, but it looks like a pitch that perhaps the spinners will be able to do the damage today. Both sides packed with spinners, of course. For PACC, you got Ghazamfa, Anas Khan and Yassim turning the ball. And for KCC, we'll see later on, Dan Pascoe and Wakas Bakat doing the spin duties, I'm sure. There's Carter on screen doing his warm-up with the gloves on behind. Jay Davidson, as expected, the Namibian Nightmare will take the ball in hand from the pavilion end to get things underway for KCC Premier. Also on screen there, Atiq Iqbal doing his warm-up. We'll see him first from the bowling club end, I expect next over. And Zaz Khan, three quicks in the side today. Dash Vora not in the playing side today, preferring to go with Zenden Verster, a bit more batting in the side. It'll be interesting to see him. I think it's first Premier League T20 game for Zenden. Apart from that, it's a pretty standard KCC Premier outfit. No Mo Khan, though. And for PACC, they have no Harun Ashad and no Tanvir Afzal. So a couple missing, but lots of big players back as well. Just about to tick over to 2 p.m. local time here in Hong Kong. We're ready to get underway. Davidson to Zishan. Big fake top edge straight down Atiq's throat, and the first ball strikes. Zishan Ali departs for a golden duck. A big top edge flying down. Atiq Iqbal getting himself nice and set, and Jay Davidson strikes with his first delivery. PACC none for one. Watch this one on the replay. What a delivery to start with. He's picked it up. He's missed it completely. Zishan raises the finger as he takes a nice easy catch. A very good outfielder these days, the T-Kickball. The very dangerous Zishan Ali departs for a golden duck as Edasham comes to the crease at number 3 very, very early. Well, I don't think Mohamed Edasham was expected to come to the crease quite so early. Now he has to face ball number 2 of the game. The KCC members watching on from the pavilion, enjoying the beautiful day here. Wonderful cricket playing temperatures, mid-20s. No breeze. Birds are chirping around. Also chirping a KCC Premier because they're up and about with only one delivery in. Atkinson now coming into a slip position. Davidson steaming in from the pavilion end. Onto the body quickly, just defends it, dabs it back to Davidson for a dot. Pulling the length back and getting a bit of extra bounce. As I said, that area with the grass on it, it's grassy. Well, it's not grassy. There's some large cracks. And then fuller deliveries, get into that dusty area. No grass whatsoever. No cracks that I could see, at least. Been rolled in nicely. Not the pitch we used this morning for the Women's Premier League. It's more central. You can see the AstroTurf pitch there, so it's almost the centre pitch at Kowloon Cricket Club. Equal boundaries, leg and offside. Edasham wanting a tip and run. Sunny Bimsaria onto it very quickly. Go around the fielding positions. You can see Atkinson in the slip position. Wakas Bakat, as always, at backward point. Sunny B at extra cover. Zendon Verster. No, it's Dan Pascoe at mid-off. Azaz Khan mid-on. Bubba Hyatt at mid-wicket. Fahad Hyatt at a backward square on the 45 inside the circle. And also out of deep square leg is Zendon Verster, but that's nowhere near him. He smashed that one for a maximum. Goes big early after an early wicket. Edasham takes on the Atco zone and goes up and through the driveway for 6. Picked this one up really nicely. A couple of sighters, and this one outside off, pulled across the body. Made sure not to go too square. Had the trap in place. Zendon's found the ball now and return it to Azaz. We'll pass it on to Jay. Well, that just lifts a little bit of pressure for PACC in this first over. After a wicket and 3 dots in a row. Oh, zips on through. Good glove work from Carter, having to take it almost shoulder height. End of the over, a maximum and a wicket after 1. PACC 6 for 1. 2 men's Cricket Hong Kong China games going on for the Premier League today. Another one going on up the hill. Keep an eye on that one as well. Now, discussions on what to do here. I'm sure Ateek's going to take the ball unless they want to try spin early on. Captain Jamie Atkinson there with Ateek. They're just wanting to get their field in the right spot, sending Sunny B back to deep square leg. Well, up the hill, HKCC taking on Diasqua Little Sowon D-Lit, and it's not going well for Diasqua Little Sowon, who decided to bat first. 7 overs, 34 for 4. HKCC already on top against Diasqua Little Sowon there. Keep an eye on it. Ateek Iqbal. Sunny Singh hasn't faced a delivery yet. Watched it all going on from the non-strikers end in over number 1. On strike. Ateek right on the money early. Maybe just straying a little bit onto the pad so Sunny can push a single onto the leg side. No run available on the offside, even though Adesham, well, it was sunny. No, it's definitely Adesham on strike. The computer just yet to update. Finding runs, diving in the cover region. I think Bubba Hyatt. Who's out over that side? It's Verster. Couldn't cut that one off. And another boundary to Adesham. He's starting well, 10 off 7. Oh, big leading edge. Down to Davidson at deep third. Takes the single. Run still ticking over early on. 2 balls left. 12 on the board. That first wicket down, a little concerning for PACC, but another big partnership perhaps right here for the second wicket. And get PACC up to a big score. We heard from Yasim. He's looking for 150, 160 if he can. Lofted again through mid-wicket. No coverage there, and I think it's another maximum. No, 4 runs, 1 bounce over the ropes. Must have been awfully close. Sunny Singh getting his first boundary now. That's why we love the T20. And dotting out to finish off. Another good over in the runs with 10 runs coming from the second. PACC 16 for 1. Davidson to continue. Successful off his first delivery. 1 for 6 off his first over. Big maximum, the only blemish. Oh, all straight back and hard. Hand couldn't get up quick enough, and it's so straight. It's going to go for 4. Mid on, mid off. Unable to cut that one off. Adesham in a hurry. 15 off 10. Cuts hard. Can't beat Atkinson at point. Taking the slip out of position. Want more protection on the offside. And too quick, zips through, using the wrists, but unable to get any bat on ball there. And a jump. So far, only 2 balls going for runs. They've both gone for boundaries, plus a wicket. Wants to tip and run, not available. Almost gets run out, going back, end of the over. 4 dots to finish off the third, just the boundary. Oh, still 1 left, my apologies. Thought they were all packing up, ready to go. 3 dots in a row. Adesham really wants to look at those quick singles. The last thing they want in the power play is another wicket to fall and a silly run out. Again, he's coming forward a long way. Davidson does a little throwback to make sure he stays in his crease. End of the over, just the 4 coming from it. After 3, PACC 20 for 1. Deek Iqbal, again from the bowling club end, went for 10 in his first. 2 fours, a couple of singles. Sunny Singh on strike. On 5. Onto the pad. You can see all 3 stumps there. That's tidy from Atik. Still checking in up the hill. HKCC against Diasco Little Saiwan. And it's not getting any better for Diasco Little Saiwan. Not even at the drinks break. They're 41 for 6. You can see that Sharia Khan's playing Premier League. Didn't play last week in Sunday. This is up in the air. This could be a chance. Sonny B coming in off the boundary, getting unset and got it. Safe pair of hands. Sonny Bimsaria takes the catch, coming almost all the way into the circle. Sonny Singh departs for 5 and PACC lose their second on 20. Got himself nice and set here, Sonny Bimsaria. He ran in very, very hard, making sure that he got to the fall of the ball. Very high shot. It was a long time in the air. Had to fall forward and just in the end as he picked it up out of the sky. But that's the end of Manjinder Singh for 5. As we wait for the number 4 to come to the crease for PACC. Expecting it to be Tariq Nawaz, and it is as he heads off. There he is on screen. 2 wickets down, 20 on the board. Work to do for Tariq. And now both the opening bowlers for KCC have a wicket to their name. Ateek to Tariq, and gets a Yorker length and just defends, pushes it to mid-off. Onto the pads. Again, Edisham is so eager to take the quick singles that a run-out chance is a real chance for KCC if he keeps that up. End of the fourth, a successful one for KCC. No runs coming from it. A wicket maiden for Ateek Iqbal. As PACC 20 for 2. Davidson to bowl a third from the pavilion end. Two overs left at the power play. Rolls the wrist over that one onto the Yorker length, but strays onto the toes. Edisham can find that single he's been looking for plenty of times safely. Tariq, again, just easing it onto the offside. Back to the bowler this time, too straight. Thought it was going to be a spinner's pitch, but at the moment, the quicks for KCC getting some good early wickets. Not as many as Diaska Little So One have lost, but said the toss with Jamie. While they're not comparable, 50 over Sunday Elite Div 1 game last week was KCC Templars against PACC Elite. And it was a routing PACC with a massive victory. KCC bowled out for one of their lowest totals I've ever called in a game, especially of 50 overs. So they'll be looking for revenge today. They're going to have to chase again, just like they did last weekend. With PACC choosing to bat. Big gap on the leg side. So it just dribbles through mid-wicket and Azaz comes around from mid-on. They're expecting Edisham obviously to try to target that leg side still. Zendon Verster is out at deep square leg. Bubba Hyatt at mid-wicket. They're the two outside the circle. No one in close in a catching position. Everyone else set back on the circle. Go straight instead. Cow corner region up and towards the boundary cafe. He's picked up another maximum. That's his second. He was just waiting and waiting until he got the ball he wanted here. Mohamed Edisham. Another one picked up just outside off and dispatched onto the leg side. Back live. Davidson with one ball left of the over. This could be 4. It's a wide. He's going to have to re-bowl it. It's going to be 5 runs in the books as it drags down leg. Carter up to the stumps. No fine leg. No deep third. Rolls down to the bowling club boundary. Oh, this one's getting a bit messy for KCC. 13 off it already. And tipping right onto the leg side. Carter has to do the fielding. So they'll take another one. Big over. 14 runs coming from the fifth. PACC Elite. 34 for 2. We're going to see our first change in bowling today, and it's going to be our first look at spin. Dan Pascoe is going to take the ball to finish off the power play. And Teague going to have a rest, keep 2 overs up his sleeve. The left arm of Dan Pascoe back into the Kowloon Cricket Club lineup after a month or so away. And that's our first chance to see what sort of spin is on offer. Slip in place, so Atkinson's obviously expecting it to get a bit of grip and turn. Deep mid-wicket, long off in place, the 2 outside the circle. Seen quite a few wickets fall over the years. Pascoe bowling, Sonny Bimsaria out at deep mid-wicket taking a catch. He's already done that off the Teague's bowling. Shuffling everyone around. He's got a cover point. Wakas in extra cover. Not at backward point. So in a catching position. Here we go, Pascoe. Round the wicket. Oh, that could be very close. You could see the back foot. Must have been just on the line. Just behind it because the foot didn't move, and umpire Royce McDonald didn't move with the finger either. A good first ball from Pascoe. Getting past the outside edge of Mohamed Edisham. This time comes forward, gets bat on ball, more of an inside edge as it dribbles towards mid-on. Teague does the fielding. That Wasp projected score there, 161. That's pretty much where Yasin was aiming for. He thinks he can defend that with their bowling lineup. Spin himself and Gaz, Anas. Change in field, bringing mid-wicket inside and pushing deep square back onto the ropes. And once Sonny well inside the circle, catching position for Tariq Nawaz. Gives himself some room, just flat bat swats it to Wakas at extra cover. Tidy start so far from Pascoe. Not seeing any sideways turn or anything, but mixing it up, flighting it in there. And that's chopped up in the air, though. That's going to go all the way for 4 as he chopped it over the top of the cover point's head. Miles in the air, all the way for 6, a cut 6. From Tariq Nawaz. That was pretty big. As he goes offside. Avoids that square leg trap. Plenty of time and room on this one. Is a bit shorter from Dan. It just helped it on his way as it got the spin with the left fingers of Pascoe back live. Goes leg side straight down Sonny Bimsaria's throat. That's the trap they were going for. They brought Sonny inside and he's hit it straight to him. The 3rd wicket falls. Tariq Nawaz out for 7. PACC 41 for 3. The trap was there. They brought Sonny inside and he's tried to hoik it over his head but done nothing but hit it straight chest height. Safe pair of hands. Sonny B's got 2 catches of the 3 wickets. Tariq departs for 7. The score on 41 as the captain, Yasin Mirza, comes to the crease at number 5. And disappointed, Tariq Nawaz heads back to the dugout. He knew he's fallen for the trap. Got a big maximum. That one there was worth putting on the Instagram clip, the 6 over cover point, but the next stroke, not so much. The left-handed Yasin Mirza to face the final delivery of the power play. For Yasin, deep mid-wicket. Let's see where else everyone goes. Looks like Bubba's heading back to a deep square leg. Nobody long. No, Yasim likes to try to target the boundaries. Up over the bowler's head through mid-off and mid-on. Leaving them inside the circle at the moment. Over the wicket, lefty to lefty, and watchful from Yasim to start with. End of another successful over for Kowloon Cricket Club Premier, plus the 7 runs coming from it. After the power play, PACC 41 for 3. Going to see a change in bowling from the pavilion end as well. Jay Davidson having a rest after 3 overs, and Azaz Khan to take over proceedings. Edisham still out there, 24 off 19. Lost 3 of his batting partners so far. As umpire McDonald signals end of the first power play. Pretty much the same field setup, it looks like, for Azaz as it was for Jay. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket. No, they're putting more outside because they can. The power play's done. They've got long on. And also a deep third going back. Atiq Iqbal heading back down towards the turf training area. Captain Jamie Atkinson's just lurking at an extra cover inside the circle. Not many very close to the batter apart from that. Starts down leg, work to do, gets past Fard Hyatt. Don't think Zenden is going to cut that one off either as it goes backward a square on the 45 for 4. Edershan continues to pile on the runs. Picking up his third 4 here, Edershan. Starting on outside leg, and he said thank you, nice and full. Fahad Hyatt inside the circle, backward of square. Back live. Again, straying under the pads. This time, Farhad will come around to cover, make it just the single. Still got Farhad Hyatt as a bowling option as well, if they want the medium pace quick. Heavy ball bowler. And then they're going to get 8 overs, you'd think, out of Dan and Wakas. Be the plan at least. Yasim, sort of a mirror in the field. Got the deep third in place as Farhad moved back down to the scoreboard. So that's all his as Yasim gets his first run. Straight a line this time from Azaz onto middle and leg. Picks up a dot. 158 projected now. 7 wickets in hand. Azaz just looking at his front foot mark. It's always a good question from Azaz because he is prone to the overstep. So just making sure he's trying to keep it legal. Chip and run through gully. And Teak will pick up from deep third. So slow down after a boundary. So they're getting the runs on the board this over already. Going at 7's got 7 with 1 ball left of the 7th. Yasim wants a quick single. And for some reason, for the first time at least today, Adisham says, no, I'm not interested in that one. Let's have a dot ball. 7 off the 7th as PACC moved to 48 for 3. Pascoe will continue. Successful in his first over. Going up the hill. They haven't lost another wicket for a while there. Tiasco Little Saiwan. Now 76 for 6. Just about to round out the 15th over up there. So it's a 29-run partnership, which is by far the biggest today. It's now more than that, as someone's just smashed a 6. Tanvir Ahmed, it was. Dan Pascoe. Just poked that one out on the offside. A diving Wakas can just get a hand to it, but spills through, takes 1. The left-right combination, of course, forcing plenty of changes in the field, making the KCC players continue to shuffle. Long on, long off. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg. No third in place. Only a backward point of Jay Davidson. So any edges are going to fly away or get guided by Yasim if he can try. He's just going to take that easy single on the leg side instead. Wakas will pick up from his mid-wicket position. 50 runs up for PACC. 7.2. Pretty handy clip. 6.82. 7 wickets in hand. They can get these two through to the drinks break in 2.4 overs. PACC will be pretty happy with that. Take 7 wickets into the second half of the innings. Good line and length from Pascoe forces Adisham just onto the forward defence. Been away for a while, Dan. Like he hasn't missed a game. Right on the money early. Good fielding off his own bowling, diving onto what is a very dusty pitch. Sending, you might have seen that signal. It was a point to a T-kick bowl to go back to long on. And 2 balls left. Maybe expecting Adisham to attack after only 2 singles so far. Gets one to skid on and stay a bit low. So it's another dot. Hat trick of dots, as they say in the classics. Sometimes 3 dots can generate a wicket. All Adisham really needs to do is just survive. No need to anything too silly. And that's exactly what he does. Just finds an easy single onto the leg side and will retain strike. 3 runs coming from the 8th. As PACC moved to 51 for 3. Very nice 26.8 degrees here in Jordan. Feel like it's probably a bit warmer out there in the middle. Those in pads and helmets, and the KCC Premier team in their black with a little bit of green uniform. Sun beating down. Zaz Khan to bowl a second. At the moment, just dealing in singles, these two. They slowly form a new partnership. 11-run partnership off 14 deliveries now. Haven't seen any aggression for a little bit now. Since Azar's first delivery back in the 7th over, which went for a 4, it's just been dots and 1 since then. Yasim, 2 from 4. Charges, there it is. We knew the aggression was coming soon. That's big. That is up on, I thought it went out to Jordan Path, but managed to clip a tree or something and fall back down inside. Knew that was coming at some point. They'd gone 12 deliveries without finding a boundary. So Yasim says, now it's time for me to pick up the pace and get my first maximum. There it is. Steps down, picks it up outside off again. We've seen that plenty of times today. Back live. And just a bottom hand poke. Dangerous. He's not going to get the boundary. That was just a half, not even a half stroke. It was like a quarter stroke from Yasim. He was going to wind up, then decides to bottom hand poke it straight over the bowler's head. PACC couldn't get around in time for any catch, so it was safe in the end. Charge from Medishan this time, gets it down leg side. Work to do for Farhad Hyatt. He's not going to get there as it trickles in down near the palm trees for 4. The runs starting to flow off this over. 12 off it already with 2 balls remaining. What was a 10-run partnership is now a 22-run partnership. He had the shuffle too. Not at all where Adeshan was aiming. He sort of pulled out of the stroke before going through with it. The charge was on, then just found it going fine down leg side. He'll take it though. He's up to 37. He's got more than half the score for PACC so far. Thought about the dab poke, but dabbed it straight to Wakas. Not going to run on that arm. Again, not needing to do anything silly after putting 12 on already. It's been a good big over in the 9th. Under the pads, and we'll take a leg by. Well, a bit of inside edge onto it, so it'll be a 1. End of the over, a big one, 13 coming from it. After 9, PACC 64 for 3. Dan Pascoe to have a rest after 2 overs, 1 for 10. They're going to bring Wakas Buckard on to bowl the final over before the drinks break. See if the right arm can generate a wicket with this left-right combination. As I said, the partnership now 23. Basically a third of the runs today, and Medishan with more than half on his own bat. He's on strike. Zips on through, beats everything. Just outside the off stump as well. Good start from Barkat. Slower and floaty up. Gets bat on ball. Send Vesta at extra cover. Starting with a couple of dots. Tidy from Whack. Keeps it outside off. Too far outside off. Only just. Like it was just inside the tram lines, but umpire Tabarak Dar with a better angle. We're not straight on there. Says it was inside the trams. Take another single out to the deep. Gets past Atkinson. With Yasim on strike now. Wakas is going to go around the wicket. Put the slip in place. And want to attack the left-hander. And they beat the bat the first time. Atkinson in the slip, captain of the KCC Premier side. The head coach of KCC bowling it down towards him. A good diving effort from Atkinson, right on cue. One ball left to get us to the halfway mark. Still going at 6.71. As I said, if these two can get through safely to the drinks break, they'll be happy with that. PACC keeps 7 wickets in hand. Oh, that one squirted out onto the leg side. I think that was awfully close if it was a direct hit. Davidson just a little wide. There we are. We're in the drinks break here at Kowloon Cricket Club. It's the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20. PACC up against KCC. And after 10, PACC 67 for 3. Join us in around 5 minutes' time. Drinks break is done here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Aaron Bush with you. Change in bowling from the pavilion end. Farhad Hyatt to bowl his first over today. Using more than the 5 bowlers they can. Charge to start with and goes over the top of his middle and off stump. Yasim coming out of the drinks break, looking to attack early. He likes to attack that short boundary towards the pavilion. Misses it all to start with, though. Pulled away. Protection backward of square. Wakas. Keep it to 1. 6.59 at the moment. 7 wickets in hand is good news for PACC. They can accelerate from here. And a good bowling lineup. It is Kowloon Cricket Club Premier. I mean that some wickets might fall. Pushes it to long on. Oh, brilliant piece of fielding, in fact. Thought that was going to get through. Azaz Khan, diving effort, gets 2 5s. One from either side as the Teak runs across. Diving effort to his right. Thought it was going to race away for 4. Just a 1 in the books. So 3 singles. 2 balls left. Fuller, this one just again out to Davidson at long on. Trying to put pressure on Yasim, not letting him jog on through, save energy. Many of these players today fasting for Ramadan. It's not hard work, no liquids. Another swing and a miss. Another one that goes over the top of middle stump, hands on head from Farhad Hyatt. He's not sure how that didn't clip the top in the end. It's a dot to finish with. 4 singles coming from his first over. 11 done. PACC 71 for 3. The Hill in the other Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 game. It's a fight back from Diaskwa Little Saiwan. Their tail and middle order putting up some resistance. Ikram Hussain top scoring at the moment. 33 not out. Haris Mohammed out in the middle with him. 116 for 8. They've got 8 deliveries left up there. We've got another 9 overs here. Cut away. Another single. .42 now for Adesham. Good opening knock for him. Plenty of space on that leg side to take a single. Again, they just rotate the strike, making the KCC fielders have to rotate in, out, in, out. Zenden Verster comes in off the boundary into extra cover for the right-handed Adesham. He tries to go big. He's going to pick out nobody, is it? Atik's down there, and he's not able to get onto that one. I thought Atik was in the game. It's waiting 4 runs. My vision was blocked by the PACC dugout. Thought he was there. Thought he had it, but picks up another somewhat fluky boundary out of Shah. He gets down on one knee. It's just to the right of Atik in the end. Still swinging hard, keeps it along the ground this time. Out to Azaz Khan at long off. There it is, the stand-up poke. They got a boundary and 4 singles. 8 runs coming from the 12th. PACC, 79 for 3. Fahad Hyatt, bowler second. Only Jay Davidson's bowled 3 for KCC so far. Yassim on strike. He looked to attack early, gets back deep in his crease. He finds that gap. He tried it the previous over. This time goes nice and fine. Just through gully. Picks up the 4. This was a nicely guided stroke. Stars instead of whitish gully. So this puts it through about 4th slip. Picks up the boundary early, which means from now on they can push the singles around. Will he continue to attack? He's going to attack, and again he gets one that floats over the top of his middle stump. Just enough bounce. Saving. .4 as they start to accelerate here. PACC, the captain, Yassim. They put the deep third in place. That's too fine as well. Zars was back on the ropes, but kept it nice and fine this time. Fahad doesn't know where to bowl at the moment. 3 boundaries off 4 deliveries. Along the ground through the slips cordon. Comes down the wicket, gets it Yorker length, 50-run partnership up now. Was off 41 deliveries with 6 fours and a maximum. Not the quickest 50 in a T20, but with the platform set. 7 overs remaining after this delivery. 50-run partnership could easily become 100 real quick. Uses the wrists, picks out Sonny B through cow corner. Takes the single to retain strike. 13 runs coming off the 13th. PACC 92 for 3. The Asquith Little Saiwan innings up the hill should be over by now. I'll check in and see what happened. Now, after 20, 124 for 8. That's a decent score, not really at HKCC. But that said, when they were 5 for 35 and 6 for 41, they probably didn't think they were going to get there. Wakas continuing here at KCC. He becomes the second bowler to bowl a third. They take a single. Wants a change in field. Edisham is nearing in on his own half century after the 50-run partnership came up last over. 47 off 41. Still got more than half the runs for PACC today. And that was probably a mis-stumping opportunity there from Carter. Beat everything and then a mix-up. They're going to get through for a leg bye here. Tough chance. Just a bye. Yep, beat everybody. He's not happy with himself, as you'd expect. Chip and run. No, Sonny's not going to have a shy for that one. There's no one really to back up. And again, beats him into the belly. Getting some turn, Wakas. Giving Adesham a bit of trouble. Almost got stumped. Now one into the body. Gives himself some room, but picks out forward point. Haven't seen much of Bubba in the field, but good work there. Keeping it to a dot. 1 ball left. Just 3 runs so far. That's clever. It's not going to make the boundary. Farhad Hyatt picks it up. Keeps it to 1. 4 runs coming from the 14th. PACC 95 for 3. Adesham moves to 48. Okay, rolling the changes. Atik, he's bowled 2 overs, will bowl a third. 2 overs, 1 maiden. 1 for 10. Wicket maiden for Atik in his second over. Trying to break this 55-run partnership. You can see 49 balls. It's not getting any quicker at the moment. They do have 7 wickets in hand. Adesham on 48 on strike. Oh, and that's beaten everybody again, I think. Out on that one. Must have been awfully close to finding the stumps. Moves to 49. Now Yasim. 29 off 23. Strike rate of 126. Is there an edge there? Yasim's walking, so yes, indeed there was. And Atik gets the breakthrough. The big wicket of Yasim Murtaza, the captain of PACC, departs for 29 as the big partnership comes to an end. Yasim Murtaza, 29. Caught behind. Good glove work from Chris Carter. This is tough. This is as tough as it gets for a keeper. Up to the stumps to a quick. Could have been a bottom edge on it as well. He goes. Anas Khan is being sent out at number 6. He can do a lot of damage very quickly. There is Anas heading out. Pumped up KCC team after grueling and grinding away there while that partnership was on. What was it in the end? 56 runs, I think. So, and about from 50 deliveries. So it was a nice long partnership between Yasim Murtaza and Mohammad Adesham. Adesham loses yet another partner. Anas Khan comes out to join him with 5.4 overs remaining. Current run rate's only 135. Obviously, they're going to go more than 6.7 unless they lose a handload of wickets here. Shuffles forward and has to scamper back and dot. Oh, miss hit here. It's not going to carry to Davidson, though. Oh, lucks of fortune. Davidson set back at mid-off on the ropes, and that one there just skied up inside the circle. Edisham now 49, 2 balls left to the 15th. Exactly half the PACC score now. Wants the single, try to get the 50, can't find it there. Another dot, another tidy over so far from a T-kick bowl, as one would expect. Back in Hong Kong after the Malaysia tour with Bubba and Azaz in the KCC side. Wait for the signal on this one. There's bat on it. It's the 50 up for Edisham. Very nice. Brings it up with his 6th 4. He's got 2 maximums to go with it. 53 off 48. Continues to score half the runs for PACC today. Just eases it as he kicks the dust. Knows he'd straight down the leg side. Gave him a freebie there. So 6 runs and a wicket coming from the 15th. 5 overs remain. Not only did the half century come up for Edisham, the century has been brought up for Pakistan Association at exactly the 15 over mark. 5 overs remain, 6 wickets in hand. Wasp projector saying 154. So another 52 runs in the final 5 is what the computer's projecting. Dan Pascoe to bowl his 3rd, much like a Teak. 2 overs, 1 for 10. Just doesn't have a wicket maiden to his name yet. He's over the wicket to Anas Khan. Gets a massive top edge again. He's going to get a boundary out of this one this time. Lucks of fortune. He's going to take it, but it was not where Anas was aiming. Boundaries are in the books as a boundary when you look back at the scorebook. Pulls this one away. Work to do in the deep. He could get back to back. A diving effort from Zenden Verster. Saved 2 and made... Oh, there's a collision between Carter and Anas. So Anas is lucky he's got a helmet on there because that one went straight into the grill. Might have pushed onto his grill as well, onto his face. What's happened? The helmet strap has been snapped in the collision. I think they're going to need to call out for a second helmet. 12th man, Samir, runs out a replacement one. A slight delay here. Anas putting the runs on. It's over already, 6 off 2. Second shot was a lot better than the first and got half the result. Apparently, the helmet that just broke was Zishan Ali's. He's not impressed about that, but it's been sent back and will need some repairs. We're ready to continue here. This is straight up in the air. It's got enough on it. It certainly has. And Atkinson getting underneath it takes the catch. Anas Khan had chanced his arm, but he's got to go. He departs for 7. The 5th wicket falls for PACC on 108. Pascoe strikes, gets a 2nd. He mishit 2. The 3rd time he couldn't get away with it. This was Anas Khan. Straight up in the air as he goes down. That helmet replacement lasted only 1 delivery. Hassan Nawaz comes out to the crease at number 7. Can't miss Hassan. That's the second raciest pair of shoes in the cricket community in Hong Kong, only surpassed by myself with my purple Hockers. We'll see him come out on screen shortly with his orange boots. Wakas has got a good pair out there as well. Wakas Barkat with his green boots. We'll probably see a Zaz. He'll be out batting with his red boots. Still think the purple boots beat all, but it is subjective. If you want to know what my purple boots look like, you can go back and watch the toss at the beginning of the broadcast. So Dan's got 2. PACC's got 5 wickets in hand with 4.5 overs remaining. Now, good news for KCC is it's 2 right-handers out in the middle, so the field shuffles won't be as drastic. Onto the pad. A misfield from Atik's going to allow 2. It's all very rare. Sweep shot, getting a bit of bat on it, saving Ehsan. No dot balls this over apart from the wicket ball. Wants the tip and run. Edisham's like and want of tip and run deliveries have dried up as he's been out there for all 15.5 overs. Sure, he's starting to feel the fatigue. Jay Davidson's fielding at mid-wicket, cow corner region. Don't see him out here that often near the swimming pool pavilion, but he is. Again, wanting a tip and run. Didn't go on the offside, though. Went straight back to the bowler. End of a successful over for Dan Pascoe, but 8 runs coming from the 16th as PACC Premier 110 for 5. Like Farhad Hyatt's going to bowl over number 17. Say that Atik's going to be given the death over, or at least the penultimate death over, perhaps from the pavilion end. We'll see. Farhad's going to bowl a 3rd, 2 overs, none for 17 so far. Went over the top of the middle stump of Yasim Murtaza on a number of occasions. He's not out there now. He'll be bowling to 2 right-handers. Farhad goes Yorker length, chopped out by Adisham. Adisham goes back in his crease and gives himself some room to go big and bang, and a no ball as well. Could be a 6 no ball as far as I can see. Overstep from Farhad Hyatt, plus dispatched into the side screen for 6 big runs. 7 runs coming off a non-legal delivery and a free hit to follow up as well. Down on one knee. Up and over. 3/4 of the way up the side screen, and now Ehsan Nawaz gets a free hit. It's a full one. Does nothing with it. run-out chance in the end. Misses. Would have been a little comical if they'd have been run out on a no-ball free hit. Full one to Edersham. Just poked it back to Farhad, so they get a dot. Already got the 9 runs this over. Keeping the runs ticking over, push up over 150. That's where Yassin was looking. Plenty of firepower in the KCC batting lineup as well. And that's gone straight through onto the middle stump. Yorker length, that's the end of Edersham. A fine half century comes to an end. Out for 54. PACC lose their 6th on 119. Perfect Yorker delivery from Farhad. Dismantles the castle. Castles the castle. Has to go. It's going to bring Nazrullah Runner out to the middle. Edersham opening the batting out there for 16.4 overs. Fine knock, getting the runs on the board while others fell around him, but now it's his time to depart. Nazrullah Runner joins Ehsan Nawaz. 3.2 overs remaining. Always enjoy Nazrullah Runner coming out to the crease when he's only got a few overs to go, because that's how he plays, whether it's the first over or the 17th. He's going to swing big. There's Farhad going to try to go the Yorker length on middle stump again, which Nazrullah could quite easily scoop out for 6. Nice to go Yorker length and swat it out to long on for a single. Back of the crease again, swats it out through mid-wicket. This time Ehsan Nawaz. It's only going to be 1. He'll retain strike. A big over in runs, but a wicket falling as well. 11 runs off the 17th. PACC 121 for 6. Dan Pascoe is going to bowl over number 18 for the bowling club end. 3 overs, 2 for 18 so far. Pascoe to Nawaz. A little bit of a drag down ball from Dan, but Ehsan doesn't dispatch it. He just dribbles it out to Jay Davidson at deep mid-wicket. Floater one straight through the gate, onto the off stump. Overplayed it. Nazrullah Runner, he has to depart for 1. The 7th wicket falls for PACC on 121. Pascoe's got 3. On to the replay. The old You miss, I hit right on to the off stump. Just the drift in wide of the crease with the left arm, angling in, overplayed it. Nazrullah Rana departs. Adil Khan comes out to the crease at number 9 to join SR Nawaz. 150 was on the cards. Only 3 wickets in hand now. Need some big hitting. Need SR Nawaz to farm the strike as well. This could be the first match for Adil Khan in the PACC Premier lineup. He's got a bit of a job to do. They need a few more runs. You wouldn't think that 120 odd is going to be enough. It looks confident to start with. Nice drive out to Azaz Khan, long off. More importantly, he's done exactly what he needed to do off the first delivery, pushing it for a single, rotate the strike to SR Nawaz. Oh, he's going to almost run himself out there, though. He was very eager for another single. And zips it on through again. Keeps it inside the tram. Good death bowling from Pascoe. Another dot. He's got 1 ball left of his 4-over spell. 3 for 20 so far. Been a masterful effort from the bowling club end. And gets the feather on it this time, guiding it to the short boundary. He will pick up some runs. SR Nawaz finds the boundary. 6 runs and a wicket coming from the 18th. PACC 127 for 7. Fahad Hyatt to bowl the penultimate over, the final over from the pavilion end. 3 overs, 1 for 28. Successful in his previous over. Going the Yorker length again. Dil Khan again looking for a quick single. Carter was onto it quick. 11 balls remaining. Starting with a dot. Can't ask for too much more than that from your death bowlers. I think Iqbal will bowl the 20th from the bowling club end with Pascoe bowled out. Unless they throw a surprise and put Whack in to bowl that one. We'll see. Full toss. Charged it and it's going to be out. That's because of the charge. It was under waist height, so it's out. He's got to go. Adil Khan departs on 1. And Fahad Hyatt, who even asked the question to the umpire whether that was over waist height, gets the wicket. He gets his second. The 8th falls on 127. Gazumfa will head out to the middle. Watch on the replay. Because of the charge down, it was sort of waist height. But he wasn't in his crease, and I think it might have dropped. Well, umpire Tabarak Dar especially thought it was going to be a legal delivery. And Adil Khan sort of realises that as he heads off back to the sheds. Ahmed Gazumfa, who last weekend in the 50-over format caused no end of grief for Kowloon Cricket Club Templars, putting on his highest ever score, I believe, of 48. Well, he's not going to have too many deliveries to get that, but he's going to start with a 6 as it goes up and over the top of Davidson's head and into the staircase behind the side screen. Starts with a maximum, and that's exactly what he did last week. Mohammed Gazumpha is going to request every PACC game a year is played at KCC because he's loving it with bat in hand. Said it was a rank full toss from Farhad Hyatt. So he got the treatment. Back live. Again, full toss. Can't get all of it this time. Comes around to cow corner. They're going to run on the arm of Davidson. That's dangerous. Back goes Gaz. They can get the one. Tries to scoop it out. SR Nawaz scoops it out only as far as Davidson again. They'll take the one. A wicket and 8 runs so far. 1 ball left from the pavilion end. Again, hit it hard. He's going to get 4 for this one. Gaz moves into double figures of 3 deliveries. A big over. Wicket falling, but 12 coming from it. As PACC moved to 139 for 8. 6 legal deliveries remain. As Atiq Iqbal takes off the cap. Farhad Hyatt. That's another nice stroke from Gazumpha. Telling you, he likes playing on these KCC pitches. Jamie Atkinson and Atiq just deciding on where they want all the fielders. Wakas has moved out to deep mid-wicket. Long on, long off in place. Deep cover. Bubba Hyatt's found the best place to be fielding at the moment, in the shade over near the training nets at deep cover in the Atco zone. The big hitting Gazumpha's down the non-striker's end. He's almost caught up to SR Nawaz, and he's only faced 3 deliveries. SR Nawaz on 16 on strike. 6 balls left. Where can PACC get to from here? 150, still a good chance. There's the scoop. Cheeky almost holds out, though, to Farhad Hyatt, and then has to run. That was inventive, but almost straight down the throat of Farhad Hyatt, who was waiting there on the 45 backward a square. The good news for PACC, that brings their pinch hitter, Mohammed Gazumpha, on strike. He's got a 6 and a 4 in his 11 of 3 deliveries. But he's also got Atiq Iqbal to face. He's eyeing up where the fielders are. It's gone straight up in the air. This should be out. Atkinson getting underneath it. Or is it Verster, I think, takes the catch in the end. Zenden Verster gets the catch. Gazumpha departs on 11 as PACC lose their 9th in the final over on 139. See the Premier League T20 debutant Zenden Verster getting himself a catch before he has to go out to bat. And a very cheeky cameo of 11 off 4 deliveries comes to an end by Mohammed Gazumpha. And Mohammed Waheed heads out with 4 deliveries remaining. Atiq's got 3 for now. Can he clean up the PACC tail before they get up to the 150 mark? That would be a win for KCC. And it will mean a little bit more work in the field for PACC to try to restrict the Kowloon Cricket Club batting lineup when we come out of the innings break. Atiq to Waheed. He's swinging hard. Oh, he almost cleaned up umpire Tabarak Dar, going very, very straight. Pascoe comes around, picks up, saves 2, and get back for 2. 142, 3 balls left. Picked up the Yorker nicely off the previous delivery. What does Atiq give him this time? The slower one, and plays all over the top of it. SR Nawaz was coming, but Carter had it in the gloves way too quickly. Would have been a suicide run out. So 2 balls left. A discussion between Hassan Nawaz and Mohammad Waheed on what to do here. I think it's up to Waheed to try to find the boundary. No point taking a quick single, unless it's available, of course. Back in his crease. Again gets a slow one, and it is the cheeky buy single. Atik says, that's fine. Hold on. Don't worry about it. Let it through. Doesn't go on my bowling figures anyway. I'm sure that's not what he said, but it's true. He's got 1 ball left. 4 runs off the over. It's been a very good death over from Atik. Can Hassan Nawaz just ruin the figures a little bit here. He's flicked it away. He can't. He does beat Farhad Hyatt, and he beats Sonny as he tries to clean up. So it'll be a 4 to finish off with. They don't get to the 150 mark, PACC. They're going to finish their 20 overs, 9 wickets down on 147. As we go in towards the innings break, we'll have a look at the batting and bowling card. It's PACC who won the toss. They elected to bat, and it wasn't as big. Watch a replay of the final one as it beat Farhad Hyatt at backward square. Wasn't exactly where Hassan Nawaz was aiming. So we're in the innings break. The batting card, one man dominating at the top of the card, Mohammad Edasham. Coming in at number 3. I apologise, I said he opened, but that was Zishan. Zishan was out first ball, so I figured that Edasham was opening. But yeah, out for a golden duck. Zishan Ali off the first delivery of the game. Sunny Singh only getting the 5, but the number 3, Mohammad Edasham, 54 off 51. He was out there for a long time until bowled by Farhad Hyatt. A cameo 29 from Yasin Murtaza and Hassan Nawaz. Nice 21 there, not out. Plus an 11 from Mohammad Gazamfar off 4, getting the score up to 147. The bowling card for KCC Premier. Used plenty of bowlers today. Davidson and Atik opening the bowling. A wicket for Jay, 3 for Atik, and 3 for Dan Pascoe. Plus a twofer for Farhad Hyatt. Azaz Khan a little expensive going at 10s. And Waqas Barkat bowling 3 overs, none for 14. So there you have it. We're in the innings break here at Kowloon Cricket Club for the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 series. We're going to be back here with all the action in around 12 minutes' time. Join us then. Welcome back to Kowloon Cricket Club. Aaron Bush with you. Innings break done here in the men's Premier League T20 match. Game 2 of a doubleheader. This morning we had the Craig and Gower women up against KCC. A big win to Craig and Gower in that game. Here, innings break done. PACC with 147 on the board. KCC will need 148 for victory. Nazrullah Runner to open the bowling from the pavilion end for PACC. Jamie Atkinson and Sunny Bimsaria out in the middle for KCC Premier. Looks like the captain's going to take strike, Jamie Atkinson. I know his family's down here watching on. The legend of cricket in Hong Kong. Jamie's dad, Steve, in town, watching live, so he doesn't have to listen to my commentary at least. Slip in place for Nazrullah. Wasn't a lot of turn, as much turn on offer as we thought perhaps there would have been. The 3-gun spinners will be used at some point, but starting with pace, Nazrullah Runner to Jamie Atkinson. Starts fast, down leg side. First runs in the book for KCC, courtesy of an extra. Still some shuffling in the field before we can get away and get underway with the first legal delivery. Chops it onto the pad there, Atkinson, dot ball. Couple of dots after the wide. No runs off the bat yet for KCC. A charge from Atkinson. Finds a gap. Swats it hard through the offside cow corner for 4. First runs off the bat indeed. And dominant from Atkinson. Atkinson getting his first runs off the bat with a charge to Nazrullah Runner. Deep square, deep mid-wicket in place, covering the Atco zone. Jamie loves to go. Another charge down the pitch. It's high up in the air. It's going to go as high as it's going to go long, and it just goes up. Second story of the pavilion for the first maximum to Atkinson and KCC today. Plenty of excitement as the audio went down. Sonny B departed for a golden duck. A couple of loud appeals. Boundary for Jamie, who decides to attack. Gets it on the inside to the leg side. Work to do. Might not have been cut off. Looks like probably good fielding did. Nope, 4 runs. Another boundary to Atkinson as he moves to 19. 3 fours and a maximum off 9 deliveries. Keeping the runs ticking over. KCC Premier. To get to the fall of the ball. .4. Expect. Might be a dot. We'll see what happens here. No. Ball to start with as Anas goes back and resets. Charges again, goes up over the top, all the way for 4 again. Wasn't far away from mid-off. Paul Gazumfa put the hands up, but it went a metre or so above his head for 4. Coming off a long run up there, like not long, but bowling long. Going the extra yard, bowling off 23, finish off with a dot. 12 runs coming from the second. Going at 12's KCC Premier. Nasrullah to continue. 12 off his first. But can get the big wicket of Sonny Bimsaria off his final delivery. Bubba Hyatt yet to face a delivery on strike. Good first up delivery to Bubba Hyatt. So he charges and goes whack! Up and onto Jordan Path. Over the top of long off for 6. Bubba gets his first runs after the maximum. Shuffles down to the non-striker's end. 95% chance, says the computer. Atkinson back on strike, 23 off 11. Deep square leg, deep mid-wicket in the deep catching positions. Goes the guide. Headed straight to the field. Tip and run. Another single. You can see the run rate required down to 6.76. Not a big score from PACC. They're going to need wickets. Get stuck into the middle order of KCC. Bubba and Zaz back in. It makes a lot of difference in that top order. Change in bowling for PACC with Yasin Murtaza, the captain, into the attack. Anas only getting the one. That could be close. No, gets the back foot down just in time. That was awfully close. Bit of a semi-charge from Atkinson. Putting Nazrullah runner down at deep mid-wicket. Deep square leg as well. Cuts on the offside through the Acco zone. Doing it from the bowling club end. Not the leg side Acco zone, but this time the offside into his favourite little area of Kowloon Cricket Club. Gives himself some room here and just helps it's on its way. Not as much turn as we were expecting. Just a little bit of turn for Yasim. Dab poke onto the leg side out to Nazrullah in the deep for a single. Double the score of PACC at this time. That previous ball, 3.2 overs. KCC were 40 for 1. PACC were 20 for 1. Bubba just tries to use the wrist but can't pick the gap forward of point. And just racking up a few dots here, Bubba. Now going at a run a ball. It's just hit the big maximum. Again, just pushes it out to Tariq Nawaz at point. So 3 dots to finish off the fourth. 5 runs coming from it. KCC Premier are 41 for 1, needing another 107 at 6.69. Captain Yasin Murtaza going for the bold decision. He's going to bowl spin from both ends. Anas Khan is going to bowl from the pavilion end. The ever dangerous end to bowl from for a slower bowler with the very short boundaries over the top of his head. For Atkinson, deep square leg and a long on. Very short long on, only just outside the circle, but on the boundary. Long off inside, so no deep mid-wicket. Arnus around the wicket, comes down, goes straight, and it is that long on position that is straight into the action. And put their tallest player, Sunny Singh, down there at long on the hopes that if anything gets miscued, you can throw the mitt up and get hands on ball, take a catch. Now they're bringing deep square leg in for Bubba and putting a deep mid-wicket in place. Alice went for 12 off his first. Charge from Bubba, uses the feet straight to SR Noah, so he has to put in the hard yards, but safely home very quick between the wickets, the big man. It's interesting for Atkinson, they're not putting a forward square mid-wicket out in the deep, rather with a square in the deep just backward of square leg umpire, Tabarak Dar. Oh, it goes backward a square. That's going to race away. Out next to the new red tractor. 4 runs to Jamie Atkinson as he moves to 34 with his 6th 4. Drag down leg side across the body from Anas, just too far across, looking to get it to straighten. Just gave Atkinson all the time in the world to pivot. Fuller this time, so Atkinson goes up and over. Again, I think that one's out of the ground. Yep, being signalled by match referee Hasnan Kiani, who's down there, saying that one has left the building. Work to do for third umpire Sharon. He's going to have to bring a new ball out to the middle. Still got 1.2 overs left of the power play. Somebody said that they've recovered it. They have recovered it. Not sure what state it's in. Umpire McDonald's going to have to give it a bit of an inspection. But Atkinson's gone 4-6 in the last 2 deliveries and moved to 40. Going at strike rate of 200 plus as KCC also doing it in style, bringing up the milestone with a maximum, get the half century up in 4.4 overs, 53 for 1. Trips it out again. Sunny Singh taken out of the action, up into the netting. There's another maximum. Atkinson picks up his 3rd 6 to move to 46. He's taking a liking to Anas Khan bowling from the pavilion end. We said it's the dangerous end. It's rarely done. Yasim decided he needed to take a chance, try to generate a wicket, but in the end it's generating lots of runs for KCC Premier. 18 off the over so far, 1 ball left. Can Anas fight back? Drags it in shorter. And so they'll just settle for the dot. It is 18 runs coming from the 5th. KCC Premier 159 for 1. Checking in up the hill at the other Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 game. HKCC Premier up against the Asqua Little Saiwan. Hong Kong Cricket Club in cruise mode. 111 for 2 in the 13th, needing just 13 more runs for victory. You can pencil that one in now. And the run machine that is Anshuman Rath, he's going to probably pick up another half century. He's 48 not out. Here, Jamie Atkinson is 46 not out. Off 11 less deliveries than Anshuman Ruth, in fact. Only 5 runs coming from the previous over of Yasin, but that included a 4 off the bat of Atkinson. Shuffles back in his crease and it stayed a little low. Had to get bat on ball. Did well. It's a nice delivery though from Yasin. Kind of ball that can get the wicket. Misread from the batter. Shuffles back again and just gets a leading edge. Getting a little nervy there. Atkinson, captain to captain. Both met out in the middle. What was that? 2 hours, 40 minutes ago at the toss. Now facing off against each other with KCC in the box seat. 60 for 1. But a breakthrough. Anything can happen here. Atkinson shuffles back again. Picks up a 3rd dot. 2 balls remaining of the power play. This time, eases back. Oh, good diving effort at cover to cut that one off. Saved 3. Adesham, again, very agile in the field in that position. Takes the 1. Atkinson moves to 47. Hyatt back on strike. Needs to redo the bootlace before we can finish off the power play. And big stretch forward, tidy over again, as you expect from Yasin Murtaza. Just 2 runs coming off the 6th, but still going at 10s. KCC Premier 61 for 1, needing 87 at 6.21 from here. And after Anas got punished going for 18, Yasim still confident to go with the slower bowlers, bringing in Mohammad Gazamfa from the pavilion end. Had a great cameo with the bat, as he did last week, and had a great time with the ball in hand as well. But T20 format, KCC Premier have scored more runs in 6 overs than they scored in total last week in the 50-over format for the Templars. So looking a lot prettier than it did 7 days ago here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Gazumfa to Atkinson. Stands up and hits it straight to Yasim. Wide-ish mid-off. Up the hill, Anshuman Ruth has brought up his half-century, as he does every time he puts a bat in hand. 52 off 35. And KCC Premier just needs 7 more runs. Jamie, through the outgo zone to get up his half-century. Look out, people in Cox's Road Playground, because that has gone out of the ground. What a big, big hit. That's a fine way to bring up your half-century with your 4th maximum to go with 6 fours. 53 off 26. I love it. He goes through the Atco zone to bring up his own half-century. As umpire Sharon comes out on a 50-run partnership at the same time. 55 off 32. 5 fours, 4 sixes in that partnership off 32. As you can see, 42 of the runs in the partnership coming off the bat of Jamie Atkinson, who's in a mood this week. Captain of the KCC Premier side. And he's having fun out there in the middle. Up the hill, the game is over. HKCC Premier have won that with 6 overs remaining, 8 wickets in hand. A big victory over Diaspora Little Saiwan D-Lit. Here, still runs to get for KCC. But not too many. 81 required at 6 exactly and over. Outside the power play, a few more outside the circle. 5, using all 5. This is a bit of a miss hit, and Sonny Singh's getting underneath it. Can he take it inside the rope? Looks back down. Think he has, and has he? 6. He stepped on the rope as he took the catch. Oh my, Atkinson didn't get all of that one. And Jinder Singh took the catch, looked down, realised his back foot was on the rope. And so instead of getting rid of the dangerous Jamie Atkinson, he puts another maximum in the books. As thought he had it. Wow, high drama. Atkinson now makes them pay. Salt into the wounds as he goes backward a square on the 45 with a sweep for another boundary. 16 off the over. 1 ball remaining. 18 off the previous over from the pavilion end. Getting expensive. What does Captain Yassim Murtaza do? Does he go back to the quicks? He's got quicks to call on. He can still use Nasrullah. But this gamble of using the slower bowlers from the pavilion end almost paid off, but it's been expensive. Waits on it, cuts through out to Anas Khan at forward point. So Atkinson will retain strike as he moves to 64 off 37 done. KCC Premier 78 for 1. Another big over. 17 coming from the 7th. Have a look at the Hong Kong. And there's been some big overs. We've lost the mouse, so we can't actually put it up yet. But Anas Khan is going to change ends again. Yassim's not given up. He's going to move Anas Khan from end to end. See if we've got enough time to put the Manhattan up here. There we go. And some big dark green. That's 5 overs going for double figures, including an 18 and a 17 from the last 2 overs from the pavilion end. Anas Khan's going to be bowling to Atkinson on 64. Anas's 2 overs, none for 30 so far. So 2 of his overs are one of those double figure towers in the Hong Kong. And the shadow's getting longer at Kowloon Cricket Club. A charge from Atkinson. He's got to go this time as Anas gets his man. That's the end of Jamie Atkinson for 64. KCC Premier lose their second on 78. Great glove work from Sishan Ali. Getting the stumping. And Atkinson, for a fine captain's knock, departs. Watch on the replay. He was coming. And a little bit, quite a lot of turn in the end from Anas, deceiving Atkinson as Azaz Khan comes out at number 4. Big round of applause for the captain as he comes back to the KCC dugout. He's got pretty much the job done. Over halfway now, only 70 runs required with 8 wickets in hand for KCC Premier with 13, well, just a tick under 13 overs remaining. So the 2 internationals join each other out in the middle. Baba Hyatt with Azaz Khan. He'll be facing one of his Hong Kong China teammates, Anas Khan, who gets his first wicket. He got some good turn off that ball. It was a nice delivery. Wasn't just a little bit of turn to deceive Atkinson. It kind of took off towards first slip. Z with the gloves, lightning quick. Atkinson was never going to get back. So it might slow everything down just a touch here. Another wicket or 2 before the drinks break. And game on. Azaz starts with a big forward defence. Gets a bit of a loose one, drops it too short, so Azaz can rotate the strike, get his first runs, put Bubba back on strike. It said Bubba's only faced 11 deliveries for 9 runs, one big maximum. Measured by his standards, as Atkinson was the one going big, didn't need to do much apart from rotate the strike back. And stretches forward again. Very watchful. Third over, though, for Anas. It's a very tidy one, but he's only got one left after this. Drops that one in a bit shorter, giving Bubba plenty of time to swat it through cow corner. Long off in place. Make sure it's just a 1. And it is this is the end. You want to be bowling as a slow bowler. Dan Pascoe and Wakas Bakad showed that in the first innings. Yasim and Anas are showing it now. Oh, that's a mishit. I think it's going to fall safely. Only just over the top of Yasim's head. Luck's a fortune for Azaz Khan. He survives, gets a single out of it as well. Successful over for PACC after 8. KCC Premier, 81 for 2. Right, Yasim Murtaza is not giving up on bowling slow from the pavilion end, but he's not trusting anyone else to do it apart from himself. So the left arm genius that is Yasim Murtaza will take control for over number 9 from the pavilion end. Sees figures bowling from the bowling club end. Very tidy. 2 overs, none for 7. Gaz almost generating a wicket last over, but just too much on it as Sonny Singh stepped on the rope. That was Atkinson. He's gone. Zaz Khan, who almost holed out to Yasim at the end of last over on strike. Long on, long off. Deep mid-wicket, deep backward square. Well, they're the 4 I can see outside our broadcast area. There's a 5th somewhere, I'm sure, out here on the offside. Yes, there is. Anas Khan at deep cover. Well, got some good turn off that one. That's where you need to be bowling when you're a slower bowler. Get it into the dust. Make sure it can kick and turn. They've put the slip in place as well. Nasrullah runner in slip. Zaz tries to feather it straight to him. Misses it all. This is third over for Yasim, though. He's only got 10 legal deliveries remaining. Oh, they want 2 slips in place now. Piling the pressure on Azaz Khan. No deep third, no fine leg. 2 slips. Adil Khan into second slip next to Rana. Swats away on the offside, out to Anas Khan at deep point. After all that pressure, finds a single and rotates back to Bubba. Goes the sweep, big top edge. Not going to carry out into the deep. It's going to kick on and spin down towards the scoreboard. A slip in the field is going to make an easy 2 for Bubba. Happy to attack Yasim, going the sweep. Up and on the 45, backward a square. Said no square leg in, no fine leg in place. Only the backward square. Faster one from Yasim, and that's cut away. Hard work to do for Essa Nawaz. A great diving effort. Diving to his left. Save 3. That's a fine piece of fielding. He came around a long way from long off, around to that offside cow corner, as I like to call it. Slide in the deep. Azaz back on strike. And he just defends, sees off the third over from Yasim. 4 runs coming from it after 9. KCC Premier 85 for 2. They need another 63 at 5.73. Anas Khan to bowl out here. 3 overs, 1 for 33. First 2 overs expensive. Third one was an absolute gem. Generating the wicket of Jamie Atkinson and only going for 3. Needs to find another one, though, in his final over if PACC want to stay in this game. Only 63 more runs, 11 overs to do it in. Big stretch forward from Bubba. Zishan quickly with the stumping, but back foot down, back toe down. And 5 balls left for Anas and for us to get through to the drinks break here at KCC. The final one of the day, the 4th one of the day. Been a long day. We've been on air since 9:30 a.m. this morning. Back-to-back games goes the sweep and turned away nicely again. It is, as it's getting warmer and drier, there's more and more turn on offer than it was even in the first innings. Can it generate a wicket, though? 2 dots to start with for the 10th. Shuffles back and decides a single on the leg side's the way to go. Gazumfa comes in off the ropes into the circle. Picks up inside around the cow corner angle. Now Azaz hasn't looked comfortable yet. 3 off 7. One's gone down the leg side for wide +1. Rare extra from PACC today, but valuable. 2 more in the books. Lucky 88s for KCC Premier at the moment. And us still with 3 balls left of his spell. Bubba back on strike. Waits on it, cuts away forward of point. Work to do for the deep cover fielder. Will come around and cover. That's a great piece of fielding, keeping it to 1. Edasham, he's really good in the field, and especially considering he put on that lovely half century in the first innings. Still spry in the outfield, saving 3 runs here and there. Zaz back on strike. He comes forward and finds a single on through mid-on. Adil Khan comes in off the ropes. That's why there's so much space to take the single. Only need to go at 5.7 here, KCC Premier, and they've got 5 this over already. 1 ball left before the drinks break. Bubba got his bat down just in time with a direct hit lobbed in. And of the 10th, we're in the drinks break here. And the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 Series match. KCC on top, 91 for 2. 10 overs remain, 57 runs required at 5.7. Join us in a few moments' time. Rings break done here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Aaron Bush with you. 10 overs remain. 57 runs required for KCC Premier with 8 wickets in hand. They're in the box seat. Bubba Hyatt and Azaz Khan out in the middle. Mohammad Waheed is going to bring some pace back to the pavilion end. As Yasim looks to find a wicket. Somehow, trying to split these two up out in the middle. Get stuck into the KCC middle order. Bubba Hyatt on strike. Into 16 off 20. Zishan up to the stumps for Waheed. And Bubba starts with a dot. Tries to come down, smothers it. Can't find any purchase on that one. So 2 dots to start with for Waheed. He can be tidy, but he really needs to find a wicket here for his captain. Just to try to generate some pressure. There's no real scoreboard pressure at the moment. Still 57 and a run of ball, basically. Plenty of wickets in hand, but if 2 or 3 wickets could fall in the next few overs, make things a little bit interesting here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Well, that's not interesting for PACC, but it's a big one from Bubba. Goes up, 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 3 stories up. And it's on the path. I think we're waving to see if somebody walking past Kowloon Cricket Club can just grab that one for us, because it has left the ground. This is big from Bubba. Couple of siders, then gets one outside off just in his arc. That's where he loves to get hold of it, and a hold of it he did. He moves up to 22 now, almost at a run of ball again. It's up there. Nobody's willing to return it from Jordan Path, so third umpire Sharon sends another ball out to the middle. Ready to get going. There's the 6 that KCC require this over. They can just do that to the end of the game, but I'm sure they'd like to finish it off and get a bit of a net run rate boost as well. Shortly I'll go have a look at the table as it currently stands. Oh, big thick outside edge. Races down to deep third for a single. Bubba just canters on through. Moves to 23. 2 balls left to the 11th as KCC move towards the 3-figure mark. Azaz Khan 4 off 8. To really get going. He's happy with the dab through gully down to deep third again. 8 off the over. 1 ball remaining. Oh, this could be out, though. It's up in the air. Adil Khan gets underneath it, takes the catch. Bubba departs. He's out for 23. And is there a twist to the tail of this game? As KCC Premier lose their third on 99. Bubba Hyatt out. Mohammad Waheed strikes at the end of his over after going for 8. And the big hitting Bubba Hyatt out for 23 off 25. Right off the toe of the bat. And coming around to his right, a nice catch from Adil Khan. Coming to the crease at number 5, Zenden Versta. He's going to go out there and join Azaz Khan with 9 overs remaining. The new recruit for KCC this year. Massive social media following does Zenden have. Hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube for all his videos. You can go check him out. You'll see his name up on screen shortly if you're not familiar with Zenden. Lovely bloke, used to play under 19s, South Africa, and has been moving around, moved to Hong Kong recently, and has decided to join KCC, which the Kowloon Cricket Club are very happy about. One of 2 in the Premier League side this year, along with Farhad Hyatt, who's come across from USRC. Azaz Khan will be on strike. He was just taking it easy as Bubba was putting the runs on. Gazumfa now gets the easier job of bowling from the bowling club end. Azaz goes leg side. Wahid at backward square comes around on square. Versta to face his first delivery of the game. He cuts well and straight out to deep extra cover though. Gets his first runs. 100 runs up from that last single. Move to 101 now. 48 off 53. There's going to be 2 teams at the top of the table after this game if KCC gets the win, as they're on track to do. Hong Kong Cricket Club Premier with 2 wins from their 2 matches. KCC Premier with a win already. Looking for their second. PACC 1-1, as long as Diaska Littlesai 1 are now 1-2. But will remain in 3rd place as they have a better net run rate. If PACC loses today, the net run rate's not going to get any better. Basically, will mean it's almost shoot in for a HKCC final, unless there's something dramatic at the end of this game or at the end of the round robin. Just fighting the singles as a new partnership forms. It's all they need to do. Only need 5.51 per over. 4 off this over so far, with 1 ball left of the 12th. Gets it to turn away, stays inside the tram, a dot to finish off with. So it is 4 runs coming from the 12th. KCC Premier 103 for 3, needing 45 in 8. He'd continuing, swing and a miss from Versta. Flies hard through the offside. 1 bounce out to Anas Khan. Deep cover. Came off the middle nicely, but picked out The only fielder in the deep on the offside in front of point. Deep backward square, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, I should say, for Zaz. And are staying in that deep cover position as well. Long on back as well, on the ropes. Charge from Azaz, so he puts it wide. This could be a direct hit out. Oh, SR Nawaz misses. Azaz was a long way short. He knows it. And the 50-50's going KCC's way at the moment. A bit of a risky single, perhaps not needed. Only had the one stump to aim at there, SR Nawaz, but he still upset at himself that he didn't exact the run out. Mercer back on strike. Definitely no run this time as SR Nawaz and Wahid combined to keep it to a dot. Getting back towards a runner ball required. 43 off 44. 7 wickets in hand though. That's the bonus for KCC. The downside, of course, chasing always a lot more stressful. And this is the tip and run. They're going to run as it goes to the left of Adil Khan. They can take an easy single safely. Chris Carter likely to come out next to bat if a wicket was to fall. No sign of Waqas Barkat putting the pads on yet. Only Carter padded up that I can see down in the dugout. Zishan up to the stumps and keeps it to a dot. End of the over. Just the 3 runs coming from the 13th as it gets nice and tight. Exactly a runner ball required now for KCC Premier. They're 106 for 3, netting 42 off 42. A bit of excitement to start Gaz's next over. That's going to be a replay of the previous ball, or the previous over. Fuller, hit hard, hit straight, too hard. No, good diving effort in the deep. I'll get back for 2. Save 2, but got 2. Nazrullah runner very fast to his right. Been a while since we've seen a boundary, but they've not needed it really. I think it's back since Bubba was still in. It was the last one by memory, that big 6. But instead, they're just happy to take the singles. They need a runner ball. They're going at a runner ball this over. Which you don't want to leave it. It's too much pressure in the final couple of overs. And Versta's starting to get his eye in. Face 7 deliveries now. They're going to fill the gap on the leg side, trying to cut down on that single. No fine leg in place. So Gaz, and again, stand up, tries to find a run on the offside. Tariq Nawaz at point, very quick. Kind of odd seeing Tariq out in the field. Zishan back, of course, he's keeping. I'm used to seeing Tariq Nawaz with the gloves on. He's at point. Oh, thick edge, I think, there. Short third inside the circle. Anas Khan cuts it off. 5 runs coming from the 14th. All the ones for KCC Premier. 1-1-1 for 3. Tick over, a runner ball now required. 37 off 36. Partnership 12 off 18. So they're not going at a runner ball partnership just yet, these two. Mohamed Waheed, he's only bowled 2 overs. Feel like he's bowled more, but into his third. Successful off his first over. Only 3 runs off his second. Can't beat Adil Khan at backward point. Another dot. Quite a few dots piling up without a boundary. Hafiz, when was that last boundary? If you can scroll down for me on the scoring screen. I think it's back up here. It was after the drinks break, but not long after. I'll have a look after this delivery. There's another dot. Good fielding from Waheed. And that was the third ball after the drinks break. 6 from Bubba. So nothing since then. So it's almost been 4 overs since a boundary for KCC Premier as PACC fight back. They're fighting back with dot balls at the moment. Only 1 wicket falling. After the drinks break, that Bubba Hyatt. And they win with dot balls. I think unlikely, but not impossible. Good bowling like this, struggling to find runs, cutting off the singles, making sure not straying onto the leg side. Vacant leg side. The only person inside the circle on the leg side is Nazrullah Runner. Fine leg right on the edge of the circle. Nobody else there, so the singles are there on the leg side, but Waheed's bowling his channels beautifully. So attack in the air, just over the top of a diving Yasin Murtaza. I think if Gazamfur or perhaps Sunny Singh were sitting at mid-off, that might have been a chance, but Yasin Murtaza not as tall as those two. Fingertips over the top of his, and the boundary finally comes, literally 4.1 overs later. Stand and deliver from Zenden Verster was either out or boundary, and there's a boundary in the end. And then follows it up with a dot ball. Plays over the top of that one, Verster. It's still not going at a runner ball. 33 off 31 required as we get towards the last quarter of the second innings. 5 overs remaining after this delivery. What we can say is it's been very tidy bowling from the PACC bowlers. Look at the scorecard in the end of the over. Cuts away, gets through. Adil Khan upset with himself. Got down, tried to get the hand. I don't think he's upset with himself. I think he's hurt himself. Not sure. Well, he's just staying down because he's not happy with his effort in the field. But another boundary. Did get their runs required that over. 2 fours, inning 8 coming from the 15th. 119 for 3. 29 more required in the final 5. It was awfully close to being cut off. But in the end, beats Adil at point. Yeah, 7 extras so far for PACC bowling effort, and only 3 wides, 4 byes in that one as well. Can't bowl much tidier than that, but not defending a big total. That's not going to be the only thing that's going to help. They're going to need some wickets here. It's Gazamfur. Got some turn on that one. Zaz still just seems to be struggling out there in the middle. 11 runs off 19. No boundaries to his name yet. Fuller beats him again. That one turned after he had played over the top of it, but it's still got lots of turn. Wonder if he's at some point Gaz is going to just try that one that bowls him around the legs. It's high risk, high reward, but he's getting the grip and rip. Tip and run instead. It's wise. Zaz isn't managing to find the boundary. Send the man that has twice off the last over. Zenden Verster, who's 14 off 15. Going to put a slip in place here. They are going to leave that leg side inside the circle vacant. Backward square, deep mid wicket. Long on. Runs on the leg side. Goes the reverse. And he's hit it straight to the slip position. Sunny Singh takes a good catch. No worries about the rope this time as Verster departs for 14. And KCC Premier lose their fourth on 120. Chris Carter does come out to the crease at number 6 as expected. It was inventive from Verster, but straight down the throat of the slip player that was just put in. So he departs, and yep, this game is not done yet. 120 for 4, 28 off 26. Chris Carter, he's been away on work duties, back out in the middle for the first time in a while. He's only got 4.2 overs left to try to finish this game off for his KCC Premier side. Gaz gets his first. He's only got 2 balls left, though. It was a good catch. I mean, he reverse sweep that right into his face. Easy as you does it for Manjinder Singh. Oh, Carter starts up in the air over the top of the keeper, and it could trickle all the way for 4. It is. Fluky, but he'll take it. Gets off the mark with the boundary. He was looking to go forward of square. He did not. Short boundary. Goes straight up over the top of Zishan's head. Sonny has to try to get it. No chance as it kicked on after landing. So 24 off 25. Back ahead of a run of a ball, but a wicket falling this over. Swings hard again, and this is it all. Far away from an LBW appeal, but in the end, it's a dot, 5 runs and a wicket coming from the 16th. 24 required, off 24 deliveries with 6 wickets in hand. That's it. Gaz is bowled out. He's still got 1 over left. I apologise. No, Gaz is bowled out. 4 overs, 1 for 31. Waheed, if he's bowling now, will bowl out, but it's not. It's Yasim. It's Yasim bowled so far. Bring up his figures and put them on the screen. Switch out Mohammed Waheed. This will be the final over for Yasim. 3 overs, none for 11. Miserly as always. On at less than 4 and over. 3.7 at the moment. Zaz Khan. He's only going at a strike rate of 57. They need to go at a run a ball. 4 overs remain. Cuts away straight to Adil. Makes no mistake on this one. Keeps it to a dot. And this game's getting a lot closer than many would have thought earlier on in that first 10 overs as Jamie Atkinson and KCC dominated. A fight back from PACC, and that could be out as well. That's the end of Azaz Khan. A 5th wicket falls. As Azaz Khan is stumped by Zishan Ali for 12. KCC 124 for 5. It's going to bring Wakas Bakat out to the crease. The amount of times Wakas has had to save KCC, not only over the years, but even this season. And he's got another job to do here. Not a big one. He doesn't need to go score 70 off 30. He just needs to find 24 runs off 22 deliveries. But 5 wickets in hand now. Get through either of these two out in the middle and start to get into the all-rounders, the middle order, late order, lower order. Still Farhad Hyatt to come. Jay Davidson, Dan Pascoe, Yassim. He's got one now. Waqar starts with a sweep over the top. As it spins away, work to do for Nasrullah. Has a big long chase. Lucky he's fast. He gets there and get back for 2. Waqar's wasting no time, and like usual, doesn't matter about who's bowling, whether it's relief bowler or one of Hong Kong China's premier spinners in Yassim Murtaza. Starts going backward, find on the leg side for 2. Oh, and this time he's going to dab it through slip. Work to do for Gazumfa this time. And he just trots back for 2. One thing I did notice after that first stroke, Wakas immediately grabbed his back. Well, I hope with that sweep he hasn't pulled a muscle or something. At the moment, he's looking okay. He's going at 200 strike rate off 2 balls, as is Carter. So both of them going at a quick clip early on. Waits on it. And they're going to run on this one, run on the arm of SR Nawaz. Good running from Carter. He was safely home as SR Nawaz picked up and threw in one action. But good backing up from Carter against the single. Stays at a runner ball, 19 off 19. Yassim only has 1 ball left, and he's going to have to look to the rest of his team to try to guide PACC home to what was an improbable victory. The computer, I think, was up to about 99%. Still at 95% for KCC. 5 wickets in hand, makes sense, but it's a little harder to find the runs as of late than earlier on. And Carter's happy to see off Yassim. Lets it go over the top of the off stump. And that's the end of Yassim Murtaza's 4-over spell. 1 for 16 at only 4 runs per over. As always, miserly from Yassim. The captain is done with ball in hand for the day. Nasrullah runner. This is interesting as well. He's going to bowl from the bowling club end. Not saving. So Nasrullah's going to finish from the bowling club. And you think Waheed's probably going to bowl the final one from the pavilion end. But this is a bit like what KCC did. They didn't want to use spin right to the end. But the pace of Nasrullah runner, of course, can always generate wickets. And not wickets. It can generate wickets, of course, but it also can generate boundaries even from false strokes because it comes off the bat so quickly. Deep third in place in case anything flies away. Fine leg inside the circle, though. Deep square, deep mid-wicket. Wideish long on. No long off, but a deep cover. What's Nasrullah? 2 overs, 1 for 20. So he's gone at 10s. 19 off 18 required. This is going down to the wire. Pitch that when we're out in the middle at the toss, both captains agreed it wasn't going to be a 250 pitch. And be lucky to be 250 between the two of them. Fast to start with a chop down. It's going to get through for 4. Anas can't cut it off. A fluky 4, but it's in the books as a 4. Wakas picks up his first boundary and moves to 9. Watch this on the replay. We're side on from broadcast. See how close this was. Sort of spun away from Zishan as it went to his left, but fine enough to take Anas Khan. He was inside the circle, out of action. Okay, so 15 off 17. And again, just toe of the bat. That's a dot. Like us swinging hard. Okay, 4 balls left of the 18th. Wakas well back in his crease as he does. Waits on it, scoops it out onto the offside. It'll only be 1 as he slowly walks through. Adisham doesn't take the bait, trying to throw it in and do an overthrow. Also might be struggling with that sore back that we saw a bit earlier, Wakas. Carter, 4 off 3. 14 off 15. Dots and wickets are going to be the friend of PACC here. Boundaries are going to really relieve the pressure for Kowloon Cricket Club. As Rula runner comes steaming in from the bowling club end. Takes the pace off it. Gets the dot. One took off. It was the one where Nazrullah rolls the fingers, rolls the hand over, and it just sort of pitched, and that also spun. That's a good dot. 14 off 14. Fuller, it's up in the air, going up, into the dugout, onto the tents. It's a maximum. A big hit from Chris Carter through mid-wicket to the swimming pool pavilion. Relieves the pressure. There's the pace on bat as Carter picks it up. Ehsan Nawaz watching it, thought it was going to fall short, but kept on going. Floated onto the top of the PACC dugout for a maximum. Strong from Carter. You can see on the replay, landing on top of the away team. Just to rub salt in the wound. I like to say that a lot, but putting a 6 into their own dugout, a bit harsh. 8 off 13 now. That really relieved the pressure. 1 ball left of the 18th. And revenge as it goes straight through on a middle stump. Carter's cameo comes to an end. He's bowled for 10. The 6th wicket falls at the end of the 18th, and a valuable dot as well as the wicket for PACC. KCC Premier 140 for 6, needing 8 in the final 2. It's a brilliant, fast Yorker straight through Castle, and Carter, after putting one onto the dugout, has to depart. Jay Davidson comes to the middle to join Wakas Bucket with 8 runs required. Mohammed Waheed will bowl the penultimate over from the pavilion end. Eight runs off 12. It equates to 4 and over, of course. And it sounds a lot easier up in broadcast than it is out in the middle for Wakas Bucket and Jay Davidson. Mohammed Waheed, 3 overs, 1 for 19. The light fades and the audio tries to die right at the exciting part. Hopefully it's reset with 11 balls left, 7 required. Jay Davidson. Looks like we're back good. So Davidson to face his first delivery. Gets a Yorker, gets the dot ball. 7 off 10. What I was trying to say is the audio was dying at the previous over. End of the previous over. 4 and over doesn't sound too hard when you're sitting at home, but the pressure out in the middle in a T20, it's a lot harder. It's also hard to make sure you bowl your line so far. That was a good ball from Wahid. He's got 4 left. Can he finish it out? Can Davidson find the runs? Yes, he can! Up, and he's gone big. The scores are tied as he smashes it through cow corner up into the members' umbrellas for 6. Well, 1 off 9 sounds a lot easier than 4 and over, as Davidson was just watching his own 6 on the replay while they try to find a new ball. Okay, scores are tied. 147 apiece here with 9 balls remaining. Any run gets KCC Premier the victory in their second one of the 2025 season. It's going to be a 1 as they run on the arm of Yassim. If it hit, Davidson was gone. Instead, it's a victory to KCC Premier here with 8 balls remaining. They get the win, picking up the 148 for 6. A 4-wicket victory in the end for KCC, and they are undefeated. 2 wins from 2 games. As the players shake hands, PACC went a lot deeper than many thought after that blistering start. We'll have a look at the batting and bowling card. Just how good it was. Jamie Atkinson, the captain, 64 off 31. Really changed the game. They got him out a bit earlier. Perhaps PACC could have held on to their lowish 147 score. A 23 from Bubba Hyatt and almost a runner ball. And in the end, 7 off 3 from Jay Davidson to get the win, along with Wakas getting 11. The bowling card for PACC, 2 wickets to Nazrullah Runner and singles each to Anas Khan, Yassim Murtaza, Mohammad Gazamfar and Mohammad Wahid. But wasn't enough in the end. 8 balls remaining and a 4-wicket victory for KCC Premier here today. It's been a fabulous doubleheader again of Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 Series. Women's in the morning, a win to Krakengow Cricket Club women. And in the afternoon's game, it is a 4-wicket victory to KCC Men's Premier. We'll be back with some more Premier League. I'm not sure when the next game is. Is it next weekend or is it in a few weeks' time? Hard to tell. I'm not really sure. We'll be broadcasting it whenever it is, wherever it is here in Hong Kong. And thanks for your company. And until then, Aaron Bush signing off.